The 22nd topic is on lines. It's about parallel lines, perpendicular lines, or neither based on the slopes. Now, they have mentioned just example one. That is only this example, the first example which I'm doing. But then I will also do perpendicular or neither just as extra. It will be example 2 and 3 of the same lesson. So now let's look into the problem directly. Determine whether line AB and CD are parallel, perpendicular, or neither for these particular coordinates. Okay, and then graph each line to verify your answer. It is very important for you to draw a graph. Now the graph is not given. You won't be able to exactly draw the graph. If the graphing sheet is given, yes. Otherwise, just draw a random graph. See 3, 1, 2, 3, and this is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Somewhere over here, draw a point. That is the point A. What about B? It's -9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Somewhere over here. And -2 is somewhere over here. 1, 2. Then I'm sorry, this is the just rough graph. Okay, uh, and then let's do this. I'm not drawing an accurate graph, and over here I'll tell you what exactly this means to verify in a while. Let's draw the C. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 somewhere over here. Okay, and then we have 2 and 3, whereas 2 and 3 is somewhere over here. See, my graphs are not at all accurate, but if you draw something like this, you should join these graphs. It should be a little bit accurate, and if you join this graph like this, you will get two parallel lines. But mine are way out of proportion because you can see the difference, the dimensions, the units are not accurate, but you will get something like this. You'll get a brief idea. It might be parallel or neither. So I do not need to check for perpendicular, because perpendicular graphs would be something like this. They're not at all like that because they are on the same way. You understand, right? Because they're something like this and one more is like this. So it's neither or parallel. If you graph them accurately, see, it's something like this. This is what happens. Okay, now then, what do we do? Okay, I realized what was my mistake. I took -2 over here, 9 and +2. That makes sense now. It'll be over here. This will be over here, and this is the correct graph. Okay, my bad. Don't make the mistake I just now did. Instead of +2, I took -2, which was wrong. So anyways, now after understanding that, still we need to prove them. How do we prove exactly? You need to write the slope formula and use the slope. Find the slope of the coordinates. Now from this graph, you know A and B are on the same line. D and C are on the same line. So A and B is together. C and D is together. So if you're finding the slope of, say, this line AB, you need to consider this as x1, y1, x2, y2. This is very important. Then again x1, y1, x2, y2. This would be the next one. So what do you do? Substitute them. Substitute in the sense, put over here y2 is 2. Over here, just substitute in the formula. 2 minus y1 is 6 divided by -9 minus 3. Put it in the calculator, you'll get the answer, or you can just solve it manually. It's 1/3, 1 by 3. Now find the slope of the line C and D. Now same thing, that is 3 minus 4 divided by 2 minus 5. You will get the answer, -1 by -3. It's 1/3 again, positive 1/3. The slopes are same, and we must remember, if the slopes are same, they are parallel lines. That's it. So yes, these are parallel lines. That would be the answer. But you know, you're not selecting the answers. You have to write the answer. You need to do the steps. The rough graph, write the slope formula, use the slope, and then solve it up. This is the method. So this is the example one. That's it. But let's go to another type of problem, just to see more problems if it's perpendicular or neither. Now in this case, they have given you the question with the graph, where they have not given coordinates. See, for this they are given coordinates, parallel lines. Over here, even if they give coordinates, it's easy to graph. You will get something like this, and you will understand it's either perpendicular or neither. Now, same method, same thing. But since over here graphs are not there, you need to choose the points. Now over here graph coordinates are not there. You need to choose the points from the graph. Here R and S are on the same line. Take 2 points on the same line and use them as x1, y1, and another line T and U, same thing. Now let's use this. Use the slope formula y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Substitute x1, y1, x2, y2. Put it in the formula. 7 minus of minus 3 divided by 6 minus of minus 8. The answer is 5 by 7. Now TU, what's going to happen? 0 minus 6 divided by 0 minus of minus 4 minus 3 by 2. Okay, the slopes are not same because they are not parallel. It's fine. But what you have to do is you need to multiply these two slopes, and if you get -1, it is perpendicular. Multiply them. The answer is -15 by 14. That's -1.07. Look, it's very, very close to 1, but it is not 1. Only if you get exactly -1. -1 point, it should not be any decimal. It should be just -1. If that is the case, then your lines would be perpendicular. But over here, it is not the case. So that means this is neither. These are neither perpendicular nor parallel. So you need to do the slope over here. If they're not same, then you must check for perpendicular, multiply the slopes. If they're -1, it's perpendicular. But in this case, it's neither. That's the answer. Let's do one more last problem over here. Similar type. Figure is given. Over here, the coordinates are there. Choose the points. In the line EF, you have taken the points. E is the first x1, y1. F is x2, y2. And then for line DG, similarly take the points. And now find the slopes using this slope formula. That is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Substitute and solve. Again, substitute and solve. You got the slope over here. But compare, is it the same slope? No, it should not be same as well. It cannot be same as well because their lines are close to perpendicular. It's either perpendicular or neither. Now let's multiply the slopes. Let's multiply the slopes. What do you get? They're reciprocal, negative reciprocal of each other. 7 cancels, 3 cancels. You're remaining with -1. Yes, these are perpendicular to each other because the product of the slopes are -1. And sorry, let me just go back. And the answer is the lines are perpendicular. But if you just look in the figure and write perpendicular, it's not enough. You need to write the slope, substitute the slope. See, this is very, very important. Substitute, find the slopes, multiply them. If they are same, it's over. But if they're not same, you need to multiply, check whether it's -1, and then write this. So this is how you solve the penultimate problem, that is the topic number 22. In the next video, we will reach the final topic for this exam, that is topic number 23.